What's good? Monday Night Raw from November the 17th, 2025 was actually a pretty okay show for the most part. Yes, it was star-studded. Yes, it was a bunch of part-timers, but still, nonetheless, it was actually a pretty okay show. This was John Cena's final Monday Night Raw ever, which is bittersweet, but it's fine. This was a pretty decent show for the most part. A very star-studded show, if you ask me as well. Setting up stuff with WarGames with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns returning. Didn't think that Brock was going to actually be in WarGames. I just didn't think he was going to be in that match, but I was proven wrong. So, it does leave me a little bit intrigued. So, I'm a little bit intrigued with WarGames now. Not excited, but I'm a little bit interested and intrigued to see what comes out of it. So, let's go ahead and get into the show. So, we kick the show off with John Cena. Gets a really good reaction, as per usual. He puts himself over, puts the crowd over, puts his 23-year career over and everything. Dom comes out, interrupts. The crowd tells him to shut the fuck up and all that stuff. John Cena and Dominic Mysterio, they have some words. The short and the short and sweet of it, I mean, you know, the long and short of it is basically that Dom just wants a rematch at Survivor Series on his home turf. So that's all he wants. Okay, so that's fine there. Pretty good way to start the show. Then this leads us into a 6-man tag, which was the first match of the night. John Cena, Sheamus, and Rey Mysterio, they defeat the Judgment Day. Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, and Finn Balor. Match was pretty fun for the most part. We got to see Triple beat to the Ballard. I think there was also a Triple You Can't See Me. That was pretty cool there. Cena gets the win. We got a pretty cool finisher sequence spot with JD McDonough. He hit a finish. Ballard hit the coup de grace, and Dom hit the frog splash on Cena. He kicked out, which is good. So, good stuff there. Match was pretty fun, though. Pretty good way to start the show off, though. So, really good shit there. Moving on from that. So, Nick Aldis is complaining about Drew McIntyre along with Adam Pearce. Paul Heyman walks in. He senses the heat. He said they're angry, and Paul Heyman apologizes. They're responsible for enforcing the rules and regulations. Paul Heyman acted within those. Paul Heyman says that he has respect for both of them. If they think his poor pick of Drew McIntyre pissed them off, wait until they see what he has in store for them. And then Paul Heyman hands Adam Pearce a folder and then walks off. So we know what that means. Alrighty. Then this leads us into Stephanie Vacker was about to be interviewed by Jackie Redmond, my bad. I'm sorry about that. Jackie Redmond. I apologize. Jackie Redmond, but she got attacked. So she got beat up by Nikki Bella, who just said some shit to Stephanie Vacker, and that was it, saying that she's going to be champion come Survivor Series, yada, yada, yada. Who cares about this garbage? The Judgment Day, they got into it with some comedians and Andrew Schultz and a couple of the New York Giants guys. So whatever, who cares about that? Moving on from that, this leads us into Bailey and Laura Valkyria. They're walking backstage. They're bumping into the Kabuki Warriors. Asuka asks if she's willing to let the past go, and have Bayley be their fifth member for WarGames. Bayley laughs and says no. Asuka's not happy. Kairi Sane says, you can't see me. Lyra says she's proud of Becky. But, no, my bad. Becky, no, my bad, shit. Bayley, she changes her mood and all that stuff. And, Bayley asks if she's fine, and she calls her an idiot. So, whatever. Who cares about this garbage? Moving on from this, Sikoa defeats Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler got a really good reaction. Really decent match. Ziggler has been killing it in TNA for the past about year? About a year and a half now. So Solo advances. He wins via the Samoan Spike. That's all she wrote. So yeah, I'm glad that Ziggler is back. Probably just for one night only. Moving on from that, let's lead us into Alexa Bliss. She comes out, gets on the mic. She says she's been trying to get in touch with Charlotte. She's been blowing her off. But Alexa's in shock that she can't believe that Charlotte's been doing this. So Alexa says that Charlotte has never cared about liking someone like Rhea. But Alexa Bliss has gone to hell and back for her. So, whatever. Then, Nia Jax and Last Legend, along with the Kabuki Warriors, they show up. They make fun of Alexa. Then there's a brawl that breaks out. Charlotte comes out with a kendo stick. She begins to clean house. And then the baby faces, they stand tall for the women's war game. Okay, whatever. I don't care about this at all. I really don't give a shit about this. The women's war game match shouldn't even take place. That should actually be a 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series match. That's really what should happen. This does not need a women's war games at all, right? This does not need a women's war games. It just doesn't. It's dumb. It's dumb as shit. Moving on. We get a video package of John Cena talking about being in front of polarizing crowds. John Cena wanted to give the consumer what they wanted, and that interview is going to be revealed in the next few weeks or in the coming few weeks. Okay, that's fine there. Moving on. Maxine Dupri defeats Becky Lynch with the help of AJ Lee. So she came out towards the end of the match, got a real good pop. Becky was furious. She was distracted. Maxine hit a beautiful crossbody for the 1-2-3. And Maxine just immediately doesn't grab the title. She just hugs AJ Lee and everything else. The crowd goes wild. And I do like that. So, yeah. This is going to lead to Becky and AJ Lee both being the final women in War Games. Who cares? This is a no-brainer. But again, this should be a 5-on-5 traditional elimination Survivor Series match. That's just what it should be. We should only have one War Games match this year for WWE, and that should be the men, because it's so star-studded, if we're being honest. That's just what it is, right? You know, but it is what it is. Moving on from that, Gunther defeats Javon Evans. He puts Javon Evans to sleep. Javon Evans had a really good showing here. Javon came up with a lot of fire, did his typical moves, kick flips and dives. Gunther chopped the shit out of Javon Evans. He had a couple of nasty big boots in the match as well. So, good stuff there. And like I said before, Gunther put him in a sleeper hold, and that was it. I do not like Gunther using the sleeper hold. Either use the power bomb or come up with another finisher for him to win matches with, because I can't stand the sleeper hold. It's dumb as shit, right? It looks weak. Gunther's not really applying all that much pressure in there, but it is what it is. Who cares? I don't give a damn. It seems like Gunther's going to win this tournament anyway. Moving on. So, Jackie Redmond, she's backstage with Maxine Dupri and AJ Lee. Maxine Dupri is super happy. AJ Lee says she hates a bully, and wanted to even the odds. So Otis and Akira Tozawa, they show up. They take out Maxine Dupri. I guess they're going to all go and celebrate. Probably have some drinks. So Jackie Redmond asks AJ Lee if she's staying. AJ Lee says Becky Lynch lights a fire in her. Initially, she wanted to help her husband, but now she's thinking about it. So Rhea, she shows up, and she wants to talk to AJ Lee. So, yep, we know where this is going. AJ Lee is going to be added to WarGames. It's going to be the same thing with Becky Lynch. Yawn. And then basically the closing segment of the evening, which was basically just a massive brawl. Paul Heyman put over the Vision and Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. He put them over. Then basically CM Punk came out along with the Usos and then Cody Rhodes. A brawl broke out. Then Brock Lesnar showed up. The crowd went ballistic. It exploded. Brock suplexed Cody and CM Punk. Then Roman showed up. Roman Superman punched Brock. Got a really good, got a massive reaction. Roman stood tall. Bronson Reed showed up. He tried to beat up Roman Reigns for a little bit. Bronson ate a nasty Superman punch. And then the brawl continues. And that was the show. So, it makes sense. This was just to get people excited for WarGames. Again, this does make me a little bit excited, if we're being honest. Although I do find it weird for Brock Lesnar to be in a long, drawn-out match like WarGames. But I am interested in seeing where it does go. So this is good. This show primarily sets up WarGames, basically, and everything else. I think WarGames is probably going to be maybe 6 matches. You got Stephanie Vacker and Nikki Bella. You've got John Cena and Dominic Mysterio. You've got the WarGames matches. So that's 4 matches right there. You could have maybe one more match added in. We don't know if there is going to be a 5th match. Probably not, because both WarGames are going to be about an hour apiece. So that's 2 hours right there of the show. Dom and John Cena can go about a good 15 minutes. And Stephanie Vacker and Nikki Bella can go maybe about a good 15 minutes as well. So, I don't know, man. We have to wait and see how this shit's going to play out. But all in all, Monday Night Raw was okay for the most part. I quite enjoyed it. The John Cena stuff was great. Dolph Ziggler showing up, turning for one night only was pretty cool. I did enjoy that. The massive brawl involving Brock and Roman was solid too. That was pretty cool. So, all in all, Monday Night Raw was pretty okay. But what did you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe, peace.